So, it's me, your little boy, Samson. I have something authentic, unique for us choosing ones today. They try to make you suffer. And now, they are indeed suffering. They try to make you suffer. That is why they are now suffering. Let me tell you this. There are people who are so jealous, who will always try to make your life become more difficult. Trust me, that even when they know that you are trying your best, things are getting better, things are becoming better. You are putting in work every day. You are grinding. Because of jealousy and envy, you come to understand that majority of them will absolutely be jealous of you, even to the point where they will start to plot evil in order for them to make sure you go back to square one, in order for them to make sure you suffered. There are people who intentionally plot evil just because of the fact that they want things to become more harder. They want things to go more tougher. They want your life to become more difficult. They want to keep seeing you suffering. There are people who drive joy in seeing you going through difficulties in life. This may sound funny, but that is just the fact truth. There are people who earnestly drive joy in seeing you suffering, in seeing you passing difficult time every time. There are people who drive joy in seeing things becoming difficult every day of your life. You can see that is why you need to understand as a choosings that there are a lot of people today who are exactly so annoyed, who are exactly so devastated. There are a lot of people out there today who are estimately was so frustrated. Why? Because of the fact that the way they thought you will suffer, the way they thought you, the way they were hoping that life will become is estimately, absolutely what they are going through and passing through right now. That they were hoping for you to suffer. Right now, they are suffering. They were hoping for you to go through difficult and tough time. But trust me, today, they are the one going through what they thought or what they expected you to go through. That majority of people out there were earnestly expecting you to suffer in life. They were earnestly believing that you will accurately go through tough time. They were earnestly expecting you to go through the worst. But what shocked them now is that what they were hoping, what they were expecting, what they thought you will accurately go through is not something that they are going through. The way they thought life will hit you is now absolutely the same way life is hitting them. So that is why you need to understand that they are not whom you may be thinking they are today. That is why you need to understand that majority of people out there are absolutely suffering huge. They are exactly suffering with huge. So that is why you need to understand that many people around you are filled with so much pain. They are filled with so much with frustration. They are filled with so much with humiliation. That what they were hoping that will make you suffer is not the same thing that they are going through. Now they have become a victim of their own evil. They have now become a victim of their own setup. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that is eating them because their thought was to make sure you suffered. That is why some people will see the opportunities that will change your life. They will not tell you. That is why some people will see privileges that will turn your life around. They will not tell you. That is why some people will see opportunities that will change your life forever. They will not tell you. Why? Because they want to keep seeing you suffering. The heart of men are so wicked. Trust me. The heart of men are so wicked and so evil that you will not be able to dictate what they are capable of doing, that you will not be able to dictate what they can do. So you need to understand absolutely that there are a lot of people around you today who are severely, seriously suffering, who are indeed suffering because their thought was to make sure their purpose in your life and their mission was to make sure you suffer, was to make sure you go through the tough time, was to make sure life become more difficult, was to make sure you go through the worst. And that is why today, many and majority of them are going through the worst. Because what they thought you will go through is not something that they are going through. The way they thought you will suffer, that is exactly the same way they are suffering. Remain blessed.